Bitcoin, crypto, blockchain. Do these terms sound familiar? Have you ever wondered how cryptocurrency came into existence? How did it get popular? Who was the mastermind behind Bitcoin? There are chances that many of us might already own some Bitcoin, or even Ether or Litecoin. But do you know that the Bitcoin software was created by a single person? Bitcoin, released in 2009. Since then, it has become the most valuable type of digital asset in the world. We know Bitcoin is used as an alternate method to transfer value from one point to another. Bitcoin made it possible by not involving any intermediaries such as banks, governments, credit card companies, or other financial institutions. But the question still remains, who has to be credited for this masterpiece? Well, according to many sources, the founder of Bitcoin is known by a pseudonym, Satoshi Nakamoto. His works on Bitcoin has revolutionized on how digital transactions are made in our modern life, especially in blockchain use cases. However, there is no credible claimant for Satoshi Nakamoto, and he still remains as an anonymous creator of Bitcoin. So, what does he look like? How old is he? Is he alive? Well, no one has answer for it. It still remains a mystery. But it's important for the world to know some important facts about Satoshi Nakamoto. In October 2008, a white paper was published in the name of Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. The author of the white paper was named as Satoshi Nakamoto. It is believed that Satoshi Nakamoto designed the system that would enable the Bitcoin creation to exist, and he wrote much of its code. He is credited with creating the first working version of the software that underpins the virtual currency. But who was he really though? Not a single source was able to confirm his identity. There were many speculations and rumors on revealing the true identity of his masterpiece. Later, many news sources started to spread Satoshi Nakamoto's identity, but there were no confirmed traces or evidence that lead to the true identity of Satoshi Nakamoto. So, it is a fact to be understood that Satoshi preferred to stay anonymous for unknown reason. Considering all his anonymous popularity, why was his work getting recognized by many experts? Well, to understand this, it's important to understand his contribution toward blockchain technology. Blockchain was not something new. It existed way back in 1991, even before Bitcoin was developed. However, despite the secure nature, the early versions of blockchain had some loopholes. The loopholes would let the malicious user take advantage of the ecosystem. This is when Nakamoto's white paper got huge attention around the world. Satoshi Nakamoto's work solved a fundamental problem in blockchain technology, which would later question the existence of banking and currency systems, and that is solving the problem of double spending. So, what is double spending? Let's try to understand it. Double spending concept applies only to online transactions. Let's take an example. Assume X needs to buy certain services from Y and Z. To avail these services, X uses a crypto wallet as a payment method, and the wallet is loaded with cryptocurrencies to pay for the services. Initially, X initiates the first digital transaction to merchant Y using his wallet in cryptocurrency. However, the copy or the duplicate of the same cryptocurrency value would also be stored on X's computer. Since the same copy is available, X can use the same cryptocurrency value to pay merchant Z. Now, both Y and Z assumes that X has paid for the respective services. But in reality, one of the transactions is invalid as X has used the same amount twice. This is called double spending. The earlier version of a blockchain did not have a solution for it. It is then Satoshi Nakamoto's work on Bitcoin helped to solve double spending. How did he resolve? By introducing more security measures. These security measures used validation of transactions. All transaction is validated by maximum number of nodes in the blockchain network. Only after the verifications are completed, the blockchain is added into the blockchain. Next, Bitcoin used irreversible timestamp to confirm transactions. The timestamped transactions detect and void the reusability of same Bitcoin transactions. Bitcoin provided capability for merchants to get block confirmations to avoid double spending. At least 6 minimum confirmations are done in the Bitcoin ecosystem. Finally, each node keeps a copy of all transactions. This is done to prevent any network failures. All this put together made Bitcoin more robust to do crypto transactions and solve the pitfall of earlier blockchain versions. With his identity still mysterious, it is assumed that Satoshi Nakamoto holds a wealth of 1 million Bitcoin at least. These holdings are predicted to be 5% stake of the entire Bitcoin ecosystem. The rising value of Bitcoin raised high curiosity among journalists to reveal his identity. There were many rumors and claims around the identity of Satoshi Nakamoto. Lee McGrath Goodman, an American journalist in 2014, publicized Dorai Nakamoto, an academic and engineer in California, as a Bitcoin creator. But subsequently, Dorai Nakamoto was ruled out from the claimant list. Another notable person was Craig Wright. He claimed himself to be Satoshi Nakamoto, but he too was ruled out by a jury in a civil lawsuit in December 2021. A PR agency called Ivy McLemore publicized another person in the name of James Bilal Khalid Khan to be a possible claimant to Satoshi Nakamoto's name, but it still remains controversial and unverified. Over the years, many persons have tried to claim the pseudonym of Satoshi Nakamoto, but the truth is Satoshi Nakamoto preferred to remain mysterious and anonymous till today. But whoever the person is, his contribution toward blockchain and cryptocurrency have revolutionized the modern life in many aspects. It was his work that helped researchers to create and develop advanced modern use cases around blockchain. Staying anonymous may be his own choice, but his work will always be remembered and lauded by generations to come. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe to Anita's podcast channel.